welcome back to Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeon. We've got a special episode today, not because of anything different going on in-game itself, but because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Happy holidays to those who don't celebrate, of course. And of course, there's no better way to, celebrate Christmas than with using the most jolly identity of all. Grips and Claire. It's burn team time. About time, because all we've got left is burn, bleed, and charge to cover the new stuff for. And burn's the one that fits the theme of the season a little bit the most right now. We've got ashes and dust to dust right now because these, of course, are the two you need to fuse the burn E.G.O Gift. Not really much of a shocker there. We will see what that does. And we'll run 5 identities. Why not? We can do that. If we run 5 identities, we'll, have less people, obviously, because, well, we'll have 5 identities, but, it means we'll get to focus on the burn a little bit more. And, of course, because we started with, Dust to Dust was actually buffed in Mirror Dungeon 3, so it's now 5 burn potency and 3 burn count to all enemies, instead of just being 2 potency, 2 count on all enemies at first turn. And Sloth Absolute Resonance takes even more burn and burn count on all enemies at combat start. Of course, Sloth Absolute Resonance is nigh impossible on a burn team because you've got a secondary sloth, you've got a tertiary sloth, the other 3 have no sloth whatsoever. Of course, that's supposed to be somewhat intentional. I assume if you upgrade Dust to Dust, it becomes Sloth Resonance in general. That's how a lot of stuff like that kind of functions. But I guess we'll see. If I might actually remember to check to see if I can upgrade it or what it does when upgraded this time. And also, I've made a little bit of a guide here, so I can pull this up whenever I want, but I've made this little, image guide here that just kind of shows what you need to do in order to fuse each and every of the fusion E.G.O Gift. I know a lot of people don't know exactly what you need for each of these. The basic pattern is, it's a tier 1 and a tier 3 from that specific, damage type, that specific, status effect. So for burn, it's ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Ashes to ashes is a tier 1, dust to dust is a tier 3. You can't really see my mouse because of how OBS overlays it, but you fuse those 2 specific E.G.O Gifts together, and you get Soothe the Dead, the new burn E.G.O Gift. Similar situation for the rest of these. Of course, you need to have done the actual Starlight. You have to have gotten the starter buff that gives you the access to the fusion gift, because for each of these combos, at least one of the two E.G.O Gifts for each of these is the Lockbind starter buff, because Dust to Dust, Rusted Muzzle, Nixie Divergence, Stand Duty Battery, Midwinter Nightmare, Horseshoe. This is one of the stupid names that gives Charge Barrier. Those are all Lockbind starter buffs. So make sure you get those if you want to do that. But yeah, this is just a little guide to see how it does it. I plan to update it a little bit in the future, but, if you need, you can screenshot it if you need, save this information for later if you haven't looked it up yet. But it'll be nice to pull up whenever I'm talking about it, just so you can actually understand, instead of you just having to trust my word on it. But I want to add to it, because there is a second aspect of, E.G.O Gift Fusion that you can use to guarantee tier 4s, specifically each status effect's tier 4. I want to add something to that. It's basically just either 3 tier 3s of the same Sin Affinity, or 2 tier 3s into tier 2 of the same Sin Affinity. And then you should be guaranteed to get the tier 4 of that specific Sin Affinity status effect. Which is simple-ish. I don't know if I'd really call it simple, but it's predictable enough, but I like to make like a little chart that shows like what combinations you can actually do, like what tier 2s, what tier 3s there are of each Sin Affinity, just to make it a little easier. And I'll add that on a later date. If I remember to do it. Should just be a nice little thing. Once again, I know what the combos are, I still don't know what the actual E.G.O Gifts I haven't gotten do yet in time. Oh, you actually fused into Impending Day for once, that's nice. You're hitting this guy. We need to make sure we do not kill that guy then. You should probably just defend. That way we'll get a kill with you, get a little bit of, E.G.O resources, some more wrath, wholesome. Passive automatically is activated for corrosion. There we go, our nice 5 wrath resources, house well. And a little bit of healing on everyone, not that we really needed it. And everyone still dies, so that's good. Sinclair will get brought back to 0 sanity again, that's fine. That's just kind of the fate of Grip Sinclair, especially on Christmas. They should make it so that, on Christmas he just goes insane even faster. To really fit the mood. All Sinclair should do that. Okay, so let's see, what do we want? We kind of want Wrath stuff, because Wrath stuff can be fused into Burn Yuga, so Red Order Wound Declared. We kind of want to take both of these. Be able to get some benefit from those later down the line. Carmella's also Wrath, that's pretty good. Gregor skills could be good. I'd rather not. I also did actually get the Starlight reward, so that it's cheaper to change skills now. I'll grab Carmilla, refresh one more time. Merso should probably get another skill. Clear Mirror Column Water on floor 1, excuse me. If I was running a poise team, I'd be eating insanely here. It's because I've got this. I have the actual starter buff that makes it so you've got a better chance to find rare poise E.G.O Gift. That's probably why that showed up there. I should probably... I'm gonna sell this. I want a little bit more cost, simply because I want to be able to potentially upgrade E.G.O Gift's next floor. Yeah, another Merso skill 3 for only 120 cost. Super good. Discount. Being able to get a 40% discount on skill changes, that's super good, especially given how you pretty much always want to do every skill change possible. I just kind of focus E.G.O gets a little hard sometimes when I'm doing these types of runs. Not that I really need them most of the time, though. Yeah, we got a couple of Wrath E.G.O gifts there. We can potentially fuse them into something good. Unfortunately, Dust to Dust is... There's the two Burn Tier 3s. One of them is good, that being Dust to Dust, the one we already have. And the other Burn Tier 3 is a pretty bad one. Because it's the Charred Disc, which really just spreads more burn on kill with burned enemies. It's like a weaker version of the Xiao Pass, like Foreseeable Wildfire. That only triggers on kill. That's normal, what am I saying? It's like a normal... It's on kill instead of stagger. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's right. Well, anyways, maybe Christmas today, but we still have 2 days to go until the Christmas event actually happens, and, I mean, I mentioned it before, but I will be streaming when that goes on, so if you want to join me for the goofy silliness of whatever is going to go down in Canto 5.5, feel free to join in for that. At the time of recording, I've recorded a little bit before the actual information is dropped for this week's update, so I have yet to see the new E.G.O breakdowns, identity breakdowns, because we're probably getting identities. I'm still, a believer in that. I take this as more Wrath. Yeah. So I haven't seen the specifics yet. You all have seen them by, tomorrow, of course. Just want to get this done a little early so that it doesn't interfere with Christmas time stuff. Do wonder whether or not I actually make a video on this week's patch notes. Really depends on if I have the time to do it, because it is Christmas, but my family are late wakers and I am an early riser, so I'll probably have time to do it potentially. We'll see. I mean, you'll have known. It would have been released earlier this morning had I done it when this video comes out. Burn. Yeah, they're burning to death, that's for sure. Let's really hope that the Soothe the Dead, the fusion gift for burn, also makes it so enemies start with a little bit of burn count, just for safety. We don't necessarily need it sometimes, but it can matter a lot. It can help a lot for Gregor and Merso, who don't really have the most burn count. And, I guess, Sinclair. Ishmael and Hongli are the only ones that have a decent amount of burn count. Because Merso it's only a skill 3, Sinclair it's only a skill 2, and he requires a Tails on the 4th coin. And for Gregor, he's got no burn count. Unless I used Honglu's passive. It is tempting, though. Okay. More of the same here, it seems. That's fine. We should be fine. It looks like a lot of burn here. What we're gonna want to do is, we've got a lot of random Wrath E.G.O gifts. We can fuse them to guarantee burn stuff. So I want to fuse a couple tier 2s, because for burn, the tier 2s are really where burn shines. Because that's where stuff you can get the feather, which is, of course, really good, fiery down. Doubles burn if the enemy has 20 plus burn potency. at the end of a turn. And you can also get the disc frag, not the disc fragment, the I always forget it's called, the KQE E.G.O Gift, the one that makes it so inflict more burn depending on how many coins are on burn slash empty skills. And of course, Liu is all about having a lot of coins, so it works pretty well. Oh, healing disappeared for a second there. Hopefully that it looks like it was repaired, you know, a split second later, so you know. Maybe the mirror dungeons are just like, maybe, like, in the mirror dungeons, it's, like, commonplace for walls, like, disappear and then reappear and stuff. We don't know. Nice. Kale. You got a little bit of sanity thanks to that kale, of course. That's how it goes. You can live with a little bit of mental stability as a treat. It's Christmas. Stay sane. Okay, this is fine. Nothing too special. It's not Wrath, so, you know, it doesn't do much for us. It is more resources, though, which is good because, we've definitely got a very limited amount of Sin Infinities we can get on this team. Okay, but fusion time. First things first, of course, we take Ashes to Ashes, Dust to Dust, fuse them together, and we get Soothe the Dead. Let's see what this does. Activates when 5 more identities have burn, of course. Inflict 3 burn count to all enemies or all Abno parts, and randomly inflict 15 burn potency between all enemies. Okay. Skills that inflict burn potency. Final power plus 1, coin power plus 1, burn potency plus 1, burn count plus 1. Oh! Okay, so it's similar-ish to, like... It actually buffs their, like, coins and stuff. Coin power plus 1, super big thing for Liu identities. There's so many multi-coin attacks. Final power plus 1 is just a little bit better roll. Burn potency increased, burn count increased. That's a super nice thing. What I wonder is, does it mean when you inflict burn count, it's a +1 burn count, or whenever you inflict burn, it's +1 burn count? Can you inflict potency and also inflict a little bit of burn count at the same time? Because if so, that means burn count is comically easy to maintain, which is good. Well, let's see. Oh, I forgot to check if I could enhance Dust to Dust. Oh well, that's fine. As far as fusion goes, ornamental horseshoes and red order probably to start out. See what we get here. Cigarette holder. We got the random time that, you know, it isn't actually what we were looking for. Unfortunate. We can throw these together to get a random tier 2 burn, but I will wait on that, mainly because if we get lucky enough to get 2 Wraths, a tier 3 E.G.O Gift, then we could give ourselves a guaranteed Glimpse of Flame. Pretty good. Could upgrade Wound Cleared, so it's triggered on Wrath skills. Could upgrade Carmilla, so it deals more damage. I'd rather save my cost though for the next shop. Want to be stockpiled as much as possible. But anyways, Inquisitor time. Let's see just how quickly we can stack up burn and just how well we're going to win clashes with Soothe the Dead. Self-destructive burn. Oh, this one doesn't. Oh no, it does inflict burn. Does it? I assume it counts. Was it skills or just coins that inflict burn? Skills that inflict burn potency. So even his skill 3 should count, right? Because it can inflict burn with the third coin. Unless it only counts like normal burn infliction. I'd hope this counts though. I don't know how it checks that kind of thing. But if so, self-destructive purge is a little bit strong. And also gains a little bit of clash power and stuff too, which is really cool. You just go for that guy. Everyone else is going to go for the big guy. See what we can do against him potentially. Red kick's kind of weak. Maybe you take the counter then. And you can go for that if you're doing it like that. Okay, this will work. Random burn on all the enemies. See how this goes. See just how this goes. Okay. It looked like it was gaining the power there, so I can confirm Self-Destructive Purge counts as a burn skill. Also, I can confirm because so whenever you inflict burn potency, it's +1 burn count. Okay, burn count is not an issue for the rest of the run. Although we still want a lot of burn count if we do manage to get lucky enough to get Glimpse of Flames, which is very possible. That's for sure. Excellent. Okay, you guys are just countering this turn. I really would rather not hit most of these, but that's kind of how it's gonna have to go. We can just only go for the big guy this turn. We can make sure he, like, dies. We could go for, like, a red kick or something. Oh, we could Energate Elbow Strike. Yeah, this will probably do enough to not have to worry. And then you can trigger this guy's counter. Yeah, this will work. We're triggering all the counters to, like, some degree, but, like, that's not gonna be that big of a deal. You actually got staggered with single point stab. Never mind that then. Soothe the Dead is doing a little bit of work for us there. God. God. Yeah, it's not as insane of a benefit, you know, you get on, like, Poise skill 3s with Lucky Pouch, but it's more consistent, because you only get a benefit for skill 3s for Lucky Pouch. Well, for, Soothe the Dead, it's every single burn skill. I don't think we've got a single non-burn skill on this entire team. Although, of course, the downsides is, this is the only team that physically can trigger, Soothe the Dead, because it needs at least 5 burn identities. These are the only 5 burn identities. There's no one else that even has, like, a smidgen of burn, unfortunately. They should have made it so, like, LCCB Ryoshu at least inflicted, like, 8 burn, 2 burn count or something, you know? Would have made a lot of sense. More sense than, you know, inflicting Tremor, but, you know, Tremor versus LCCB type stuff makes enough sense anyways. But I digress. We'll get our burn stuff in time. I'm not too concerned. Blunt skills inflict SP damage. I mean, we should probably just take this. I see this as the best because it makes, like, Wrath is pretty good. This one is decent. There's nothing here that actually, like, impacts our ability to get Glimpse of Flames, or is a very direct burn E.G.O Gift. Oh, we're forced to choose. Oh, that's sad. We can't take both the shop and the rest stop. Well, I'd probably rather take the rest stop so I can at least get one more burn E.G.O Gift through Fusion. And, you know, who knows, maybe I'll get lucky at one of these risky encounters of the event, get a burn E.G.O Gift, meet, like, KQE or something. Would be good. Oh yeah, we've got so many, like, burn resistances. Self-neglect is also a burn resistance. At least HP takes and deals more damage, which is a Honglu right now, that's fine. At the lowest 80% just gains 1 shield per poise count next turn. Useful. Very. Oh, you actually got a couple kills there, interesting. Doing sanity damage to the robots really matters a lot, yeah. A Perfected Death Fist is our only attack that doesn't do sanity damage, of course, burn moment. What's really funny is, upon closer reading, the new, like, the Mirror Dungeon 3 normal burn E.G.O Gift, the one that's like a book, is probably the worst E.G.O Gift in the game, all things considered. Now, you could argue a little bit that, the Disc Fragment is the worst E.G.O Gift in the game, because Disc Fragment is, objectively, it's more useful than the Burning Book, but the difference is that, Disc Fragment is a tier 3 that does so little for you, and is an E.G.O resource build-up one for a tier 3. It's not great. But the Burning Book is probably just the straight-up worst E.G.O gift in the game, I have to say, because only it gives you the buffs if enemies die to burn. Now, there are a lot of enemies dying to burn like this run, but the thing you gotta keep in mind is, like, bosses, you're not going to trigger the E.G.O gift at all. And even in burn runs, there's a lot of times where we're just going to straight up kill enemies, especially with this increased coin power we have and damage just in general thanks to that. Oh, grand welcome. That's more resources. Cool. Okay. Nothing good for us there. That's fine. Well, we'll go to the rest stop anyways. Because if nothing else, we can fuse Wound Cleared Carmilla, and we'll get a random burn E.G.O gift. But the possibilities are, I think it's the KQE, the Memory Circuit, is it called? Whatever, it's the KQE E.G.O gift, alongside either that or Fiery Down, or one other. What's the other burn tier 2? There's definitely at least one more. I know that, like, the book is a tier 1, I think the butterfly's a tier 1 too, right? Or is it a tier 2? I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what our options are. Hopefully we actually, like, don't get bad luck this time and just get a random Poise E.G.O gift instead of what we wanted to. But, knowing my luck, I wouldn't be too shocked. Oh well. Final floor shop, we can just re-roll until we potentially get Glimpse of Flames. Unfortunately, I do not have the starter buff that increases the chance of finding rare burn E.G.O gifts, so, outlook not the best. But it's possible. We've already seen one tier 4 this run, so usually you only see, like, one on average, at least in Mirror Dungeon 2. 1 is kind of, I mean, even on average, you usually see less than 1. And in Mirror Dungeon 3, you definitely do kind of usually see 1 per run. Especially because of the fact that the Cyclops event and the Statue event exist, you can get tier 4s from random events, but as far as what we're looking for, we've got to find in the shop now. Or who knows, maybe you can get a failed fusion so, like, insanely failed that it actually gives you something incredibly good. I doubt it, but, you never know. Could happen. Not impossible. Ooh, crab time. We're cooking these guys. You're hopeless again? Yeah, you're just gaining too much sanity. Because we're killing the enemies too fast, he's not getting a chance to use a lot of his skills, and therefore he's not getting a chance to reduce his sanity significantly. Funny issue to have. Also the fact that Mirror Dungeon 3, pretty much every single enemy is higher level than you from, like, floor 2 onwards, I think. So, every single kill gives sanity. Kinda means the negative sanity units don't do too well here. I've definitely noticed it a little bit. I haven't used Grift Sinclair very much. He's one of the identities that I try to avoid using usually in Mirror Dungeon 3 grinding. Simply because he's kind of just a little bit of a liability. Sure, he can do a lot of damage, but, well, when you're grinding, you're kind of only paying half attention, so liabilities like that, or, like, Reindeer Ishmael are kind of dangerous to bring. I tend to, like, just bench them instead. I don't know, Sync Sinclair exists now, which is, you know, a much more fun Sinclair identity. But who knows, maybe Grip Sinclair's reign is over, at least in the non-refraction railway times. At least for me. That guy's gonna die to burn. That guy's gonna die to burn. Cool. Just you left then. Because you didn't take too much burn. How lucky of you. How lucky. Intergate elbow strike. Nice. Right on target. Okay, get rest stop time. See what we can do here. Fuse gifts. These two are the only wraths we have, so we gotta fuse these to get a guaranteed tier 2 burn. Pinpoint logic circuit, there we go. That's really good. Can we upgrade that one? No, we can't, unfortunate. Well, burn skills, which is basically every single burner skill, inflicts additional burn by half the skill's total coins rounded up. Pretty nice, this thing. We might as well upgrade low. No, we probably shouldn't. Oh, odds with less than 0 SP deal more damage with low star. That is true. What if we get lucky? Okay, we didn't get lucky either time. There's a 20% chance we don't spend cost when we do those, so you know. I like the gamble. Well, now Grip Sinclair just deals a lot more damage. I mean, it's not going to matter the most, since his sanity is in the positive most of the time on this team so far. We're just burning too fast. If we really want to Grip Sinclair to, like, prosper, then we just have to, like, make him go first instead of Ishmael, so that he gets the second speed slot a little more frequently, and therefore can use more skills. That could make the difference. On the other hand, he doesn't need to deal damage, he just needs to inflict burn. It'll be a little sad if we end up not getting Fiery Down this run, though. Because our burn is, like, so great already. If we get Fiery Down, we can probably make it so that we just instantly max out enemies' burns. Although we can probably do that anyways against, like, bosses. Lufo is going to be a decent person to burn to death. We just gotta stack up burn on, like, the eyes first or something, and then we just do hit the body a bunch. Lufo will also be our chance to actually have Sinclair lose sanity, probably Crowed or something, which will be good. It'll put him at least a little bit of a better chance next floor. I kind of just default calling him Gluppo. It's one of those things that kind of never went away. Someone just started calling him Gluppo. It carried on, and it's a much more memorable name than Blubbering Toad. Who knows, maybe they'll canonize the name Gluppo sooner or later. Definitely canonized, like, fan-in type turns in the past, namely Nuggets, with the achievement in Ruina that references calling Assistant Librarian / Agents of Love Nuggets. So it wouldn't be the weirdest thing. PM likes to discreetly reference, like, fandom type stuff. They don't really like to reference it very, like, obviously. Which, I mean, fair enough. We'll do something like this to start out with. Get a bunch of burn on each of the parts. Yeah. And hopefully we'll just be able to burn it down in time. Of course, our burn is just damage per turn, so that we're going to do like 300 damage this guy a turn with our maxed out burn. But we're also going to be doing a lot of damage like the eyes and stuff when we just keep on hitting him. Sanity loss is funny on this guy because it's doing nothing, that's fine. Oh well. We're not inflicting as much burn as I would have expected, honestly. I don't know why, though. It's still, like, a lot of burn, don't get me wrong. I guess a lot of it's, like, from the count, though. Yeah, Moral Neck with the right eye, sure. You don't really want to... You're not really a clasher. That's for sure. Ishmael got her second speed slot here. Very nice. Yeah, okay, this will work. I guess Sinclair's the only one going for the right eye here. That's fine, though. He's a decent bit of burn. Didn't quite stagger it. Next turn we should be able to stagger it, though. Left eye, I think, will just get destroyed here, though. Whichever the eye Sinclair wasn't attacking. I immediately forgot which one's left and which one's right. Whoopsies. Oh. Unfortunate. His little sanity down is kind of rude. Yeah, left eye probably goes down here, I assume. Maybe. We've got, Ishmael going on it with inner gate elbow strike, so... That'll probably do it. Yeah, definitely. And it didn't quite stagger with the fourth coin, unfortunately. It staggered with the third coin, so she doesn't get the coin power up this turn. Sad. How's it looking? They've all got, like, roughly 50 burn. Okay. You gain a bunch of coin power on target. That's good. You can hit this one a little bit. You guys can do something like this. Just stack more burn. While Ishmael clashes against the body itself, Ishmael gains coin power because the target has a certain amount of burn. A little bit good. Yeah, there is the right eye. I assume Sinclair is like close to like corroding here. He honestly might... If Blubbering Toad dies to burn this turn, which is possible, it doesn't seem that likely though. You kind of got a little too much HP. We don't have enough burn inflicted on it quite yet. We're not quite at the cap, yeah. So does Sinclair just corrode? No. Oh, Hong Lu had less sanity than Sinclair. So, okay. That's really something else. Really something else. Okay, we're just killing you then. Self-destructive Purge does decent damage here. Unfortunately, your sanity is a little higher than I'd like, once again. Gregor does some damage. He doesn't quite kill, but Hong Lu should be able to kill. I mean, he's gonna roll 2 tails, though. Oh no, he rolled heads there. Huh. He needed 2 heads to kill, so, you know, it's Ishmael's kill. There we go. Bleppo dead. Hong Lu's sanity stocks are very down this turn. Again, this is awful E.G.O Gift. Healing doesn't really help us that much. Eruption helps us much. I mean, we take First Aid Kit here because it's, like, the most notable. And taking sanity from being hit by enemies is kind of a benefit if we just let Sinclair get beaten up a little bit. And, I mean, he's gonna get beaten up whether or not we let him, so... It works. I would say. Okay. Wrath Resonance. Not an absolute resonance by any means. It is 3 lone Wrath skills being used, separated by a Gloom and a Lust skill. Such as fate sometimes, though. You're neutral, you need the sanity though, so just clash. Actually, you should probably just Land of Illusion then, yeah. It'll be net positive sanity. I mean, it always is net positive sanity, but the clash means that he's gonna gain like 12 sanity from this in total. And he's also hitting a multiple of these guys. I checked if these were the blunt weak ones. I don't think they... I think they... Are though, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what am I saying? Of course they are. They're all blunt weak. It's just the class 3s that aren't. I was thinking of whether or not they were slash resist or pierce resist. These ones are the pierce resist ones though, because they're not alongside a healing bot. If there was a healing bot here, then they'd be slash resist. And if there were class 3 guys here, I believe they would also be pierce resist. Maybe wrong in that one, though. Yeah, blunt weak pierce resist. Just wanted to make sure my, beliefs were in line. Right. He's losing sanity now, that's good. Thanks to this being a somewhat longer fight, I suppose. There we go, he still heals a bunch of sanity, though. That's okay, that's okay. A-okay. Here's weak fight now, so it's probably gonna be something Canto 5 related, or it could just be random like Taikyu guys or crabs. Yep, it's crabs. Okay, you guys are gonna be weak to this. Are you guys actually resistant to wrath? No, you guys actually are resistant to gluttony and lust. Okay, that makes enough sense. These two you're not actually like resistant to. It's just the actual, it's just the mounting trials in play. Sinclair might lose a clash here, exciting stuff. That means he's gonna get hit, and therefore the mounting trial is gonna reduce his sanity, which is good for us. Yeah, reduces. Oh, it also hit Striker though. That's rude. Probably should have paid more attention. I knew he was losing the clash there, but we ought to consider the fact that these guys love their mass attacks. So far, the trash crabs have really been the only mass attack spammy enemies in the game, which is really funny. Been a fair, I mean, there's a fair few amount of enemies that have quite a few mass attacks. Like the large alleyway watchdog can have quite a few mass attacks in certain situations. Only if it builds up enough that it's shocked, though. Really. Otherwise, it shouldn't be using much at all. Or so you'd assume. I know. Rental assault. Your sanity is almost max now. So you've mostly healed from the blubbering totems, and you lose some sanity here because you're getting hit a bit. That's fine. We kind of have less speed slots than the opponents because we're only running 5 people, but fine by me. Whoa. You're honestly, you're honestly so real for that crash crab. Like, gua. Foaming. Or, you know, bangers such as, you just got the same stuff. Okay, then do you have different stuff? Yeah, you do. Thwack. Thwack, thwack, thwack. Foaming. Delicious crab guts. Whoa! Oh, it's the counter, that's right. That would explain why we were hit by it. Never mind. Wasn't actually due to having less skill slots than the opponent. I think we killed a crab anyways. I think we had as many skill slots as the opponent, if not more already, so... I was just jumping to assumptions that weren't necessarily true there. My bad. My bad. Yep, that's our victory there. We've got a couple more random fights to do. We'll get a couple events and stuff, but it'll mostly be smooth sailing. No more, like, risk encounters or Pekatuli, I think, if I stick to bottom path, yeah. Which is... Or I should probably take this risk encounter, actually. I should probably do this instead. Yeah, okay, I'll take another risk encounter. It's more Pierce week, so it could actually just straight up be more crabs. Or it could be mermaids or, like, Pequod villagers or something. It is mermaids and Pequod villagers, I was correct. Cool. Don't know if I wanted to be correct, but you know I was. That's cool. You're sanity alone, you'll probably be fine. You're gonna take some damage. You're low speed, so you know these attacks will get to go first, but you know. You're a Liu guy. You resist it. Your stagger isn't too close. You've taken enough damage that your stagger threshold actually isn't all that close. Oh yeah, I had a very funny interaction happen earlier today, where for some reason Carmilla damaged my own sinners. And I have no idea why. I had never seen it happen before, but it was really the only logical explanation, because as soon as I walked into the, which fight was it? It was the Brazen Bullfight. As soon as I went to the Brazen Bullfight, two of my Sinners were staggered. They all took some damage for reasons I didn't know how, assumably Carmilla, and two of them got staggered, and because it was a Carmilla stagger, it lasted 2 turns, because it counted as being staggered that turn. Which was incredibly toxic of the game to do. Like, the fight was still fine, I had enough firepower to, like, live, but, like, it was such a strange interaction. I don't know, I haven't heard anything else about that happening to other people, so I don't know if that's actually what happened. It seems like the only, like, logical explanation, like, I wish it would happen in one of these episodes itself, though, because I really want to know just what that was, and just because it wasn't being recorded, it was just random mirror dungeon grinding. I may never know. It's unfortunate. I really would like to know, but sometimes we're not lucky. That's alright. You're hopeless. You really are, huh? If you defend me, you might be able to kill this guy before your attack goes through. We'll see. Depends on if we can kill some of these other guys first, and we definitely will be able to. Question is, will it be enough that we can get attack off on the first guy? Yes, it is. Frontal Assault, which does stagger. And it kills. Okay. So we didn't have to worry about that clash at all with Sinclair. Very nice stuff. We did defend with him, though, so we did get some sanity heal anyways, but he didn't take too much damage. That's nice. There's Phantom Pains, you know. More damage on our attacks. Sure. Oh, here's the contract. We're gonna stagger into the enemy with burn, and then they're gonna blow up, I think. That's my prediction. Actually, let me look at what's the boss here. Oh, it's the bull. That's actually kind of really bad for the burn team unless we get Glimpse of Flames, because it's only got a single body part for most of the fight, so we can do 100 damage per turn with our burn. Which is really sad amounts of damage. Really sad. So, hopefully we get Glimpse of Flames. We'll see if I'm lucky. Would mean we do a lot of damage, but it's also a tier 4 that we do not have the starlight buff, that starter buff that increases the chances of getting it. So, we shall see. If nothing else, we can kill them all. I mean, we're gonna really see just how much of a clashing power, like, increase we get in general against the bull, if we're just gonna be able to safely clash it without using egos. That's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna try and see if I can do the bull without using any egos. That sounds pretty reasonable, right? Like, most of our stuff, especially like Ishmael, just gains so much coin power, so much clash power against enemies with burn anyways, on top of the fact that we're gonna just gain even more of that. Thanks to Soothe the Dead. Is Soothe the Dead's burn infliction bugged? I don't know, I still feel like we're not doing nearly enough burn. But I think I'm just, like, triggering myself. I think it's because I don't have the Martyr Blossom Moth E.G.O Gift. Which is just a bunch more, it's effectively 3 more burn every hit. And it's a tier 1, so, like, you normally do get it. I think it's throwing me off to some degree. Oh well. Let's see what we get at the event and in the shop. Don't think there's anything, we're likely to get anything too good here, yeah. Neither of the burn, ooh. Maybe one of you guys will do this. You need 3 50/50s though, yeah, no. Not happening. All eyes lose SP for that. That is very bad for the idea of dealing with the bull reasonably. Okay. I mean, we take Fiery down here, double burn. We take Helterfly's Dream, more burn. And I think we're just gonna do some re-rolling now. Clear Mirror Calm Water again, that's rude. Sinclair. Give him another skill 3. Give him another skill 2. No, we'll wait. I'm gonna re-roll enough times that we'll be able to check something else later. Ishmael, yes, definitely give you another skill 3 then. We'll do this and then we can do 2 more re-rolls. No, only 1 more. Okay, no Glimpse of Flames. That's fine. We managed to get both Fire Down and Helterfly's Dream there, so our burn infliction is going to be, you know... It's going to take a single turn to max this guy's burn, because it is the bull. But our sanity's bad right now, so I don't know how well we're going to be able to clash for that egos, but I already committed to the bit, so, you know, I'm going to commit even harder. Ugh. Ugh. Is this actually struggling? Potentially. I'm willing to risk it. Okay, we'll do this though. We're going for some neutrals here. We're gonna take some. We resist blunt attacks. We are weak to wrath and lust on a lot of our people though. Everyone here is weak to one or the other. Normal burn team stuff, really. But I want to try seeing. I don't think I need egos for this, right? Oh. Oh, nice. There we go. Bunch of Sandy on Gregor. That's the important thing. Yeah, that's a lot of burn. That was a 3. That was Gregor skill 3 with only 3 coins, and that already did 50 burn. Yeah, okay. I think our burn affliction is in fact working. I was kind of doubting it at first, but yeah, no. I think I'm just so used to having Elderfly Dream that just is a bunch more burn on hit, especially against bosses, that it felt like something was wrong when nothing was wrong. Nothing was wrong. And now Mercer gets hit a little bit here, that's fine. That's what he's here for, he's semi-tanky. So now we get a bunch of Clash Power and stuff, I think. Still struggling here. Is it factoring everything in? That's the thing, because it's... This is a 3+3. Oh, this doesn't gain coin power from burn. That's right, it's only these two that do. Okay, then does this have good chances? Not particularly. I assume it looks like it is. Yeah, it says it's a 3+4 here. So it is factoring in the coin power from the E.G.O Gift already. Yeah, it says that's a 4+5. So this is a 5+3. This says it's a 3+5. 5+3. Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, whatever. Anyways, yeah, this does not. They're going to be good clashes for any of them. Yeah, it is a lot of 50-50s then. I don't know why it says it's bad. Like, if he gets tails, don't we just win? Usually? I guess not. Oh well, do we want to just, like, damage him, let Merso take the hit? I do like that idea. I mean, does it mean we're just kind of letting Merso die? Yes. Yeah, that's favored. That's favored. That's nice then. You can redirect this one with, you know, a defense ideally. And then everyone else is, you two are just going to one-side it as well. Redirect. You're redirecting this one because you're redirecting this one. This one actually has better clash changes because it actually gains coin power on burned targets. Okay. We'll roll with this. Favorites aren't the best chances in the world, but that's fine. Nice. That's Sandy again initial, so now our chances are looking even better. Now, any burn we're inflicting now doesn't actually do anything, but burn from skills is still gaining +1 count because of Soothe the Dead. So it's still something. Not that the burn count matters at this point. Is this real passive based on burn potency or burn count? Okay, you've been staggered, that's fine. You were kind of letting it happen. Okay, it's 10% more blunt damage for every 3 burn count on target. So because he's at 9 burn count, we do 30% more blunt damage if we get a Wrath Resonance going. We are not getting a Wrath Resonance going, by the way. Doesn't be about neutral here, actually. We could try, then. Yeah, then, like, you could try this one. We could gamble. We could do a little gamble. I like the idea. Might as well, yeah. Who's favored there, then? This is neutral here. Your chances aren't great because you aren't gaining the coin power or something. I know you are, but it's not mattering, I think is the key there. Let's not target that. Who's that going for? Sinclair. Alright. Fine by me. We'll do this for clashing. Why not? Why not? We don't need any ego skills after all. We'll just keep on attacking you. You're going to take more damage. We should win some clashes, if nothing else. That's good. Yeah. Bad. Yeah, that's real bad. Because you get staggered from this, I assume. Yes, and so the other clash isn't going to go too well because it's going to be a one-sided attack. Okay, Ishmael's taking a little bit of a beating. That's fine. You're going to get hit a bunch, so you're going to lose some sanity. You're also weak to Wrath, so that was a lot of damage on you. You really want Sinclair dead. And unfortunately, we kind of just have to let it happen. Okay, good to know, good to know. We just need to stall out for time, and you will die sooner or later, though. So, like, fine by me. If you want to die so badly, then I'll let you. Still got some hits off, too. God, it's really stupid, because I could just be E.G.O-ing here. I've got so many resources, I would be fine. But, you know, I'm trying to see just how much our clashing can get us. So far, the answer is not much. You actually could have survived that if we just redirected some attacks away. That's fine. Oh, you've gone pursuance mode. Oh, I did not want to do that. I really didn't want to do that. I kind of wanted to actually hit this guy a bunch. That's fine. This is going for him twice and just Honglu a little bit. Not clashing, though. That's rude. Can we clash reasonably at all? That can clash reasonably. Okay, we'll try this then. We're gonna hope we stagger you. Merso is probably gonna kill Honglu or something, but like the bull is as good as dead because he gets staggered here. Yes, and contract triggers there, so you just are just attacking Honglu for funsies. Yeah, literally only Honglu takes damage. He takes 30 because he resists blunt. So I mean, we did actually beat him ego-less. I forgot we had contract the entire fight. I forgot that as soon as he gets staggered, he just instantly died. I knew he'd be dead as soon as he got staggered anyways, because then we'd just be able to wail on him as much as we wanted to. But, you know, that worked pretty well. It really wasn't a great showing of the new E.G.O Gift. It was kind of one of the worst bosses to, you know, fight with Burn, simply because single body part doesn't really... It's not a great conditions for Burn to thrive in. Not that Burn has a lot of great conditions to thrive in any situation. And it's a boss you really can't clash against, even with the strong stuff. Like, that one bad clash for Ishmael caused a lot of stuff to go downhill. We survived, of course, but wasn't the best. Well, yeah, like direction time. See if we get anything special. I'm not really expecting anything special, but more shards would be nice. Gonna need to upside the new identities and egos when they release. That is assuming there is new identities. Maybe I'm a fool, maybe it isn't. I'm at the point where I'm a kind of firm believer in the fact that it's probably Sen and Lesty at this point. They're the only people that match the closest. But we'll see. Once again, you'll probably already know. There's gonna be at least some sort of teaser today that's gonna give it away, for like, properly. I haven't seen it yet, but you'll have seen it by the time this video comes out. Yeah, Soothe the Dead. It's another one that actually, like, buffs the unit's power. Interesting that Burn and Poise are the ones who got it. Two of the status effects that really needed the most prior to this season. Poise really didn't need the stupidly powerful E.G.O gifts, though. It was actually in, like, it was already approaching a decent condition without them. Burn still needs a lot more. Tremor, you got a lot of good gifts too, of course, but the actual identities themselves, the actual Tremor stuff itself is a weird spot. I think I've said this exact same thing, like, I feel like I'm getting a lot of deja vu. I've said this exact same thing for, like, the past 3 videos or something at the end. I should probably just stop talking. That'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!